What is up, everybody? It's your boy Receiver today. So Sony has started to advertise their pre-order for their new Dualsense Edge Wireless controller. This controller has all these different features, but it costs $200, and that's like, I have no idea why anybody want to buy a $200 controller, but here you go. Sony has something for everybody. Want to buy a super expensive controller, which I'm assuming that my only guess is that this is for like super competitive, like MLG or like some type of pro gaming people. I don't know. Why would you spend as much money on a controller? It doesn't make any sense to me. But they have $200 controllers which has like all the bells and whistles. I guess you would need a controller because they're showing all these different, I guess, like features with this commercial right here. But I don't know. I think $200 is kind of ridiculous. You're literally 2/5 of the way from how much the actual console costs at this point, and it's kind of like, well, after the disc one, I guess you get like digital for $400. So when it costs almost as much as a console, or half as much as the console does, the digital console is like, why buy this? But you know, I'm only assuming it's for like the super hardcore MLG people who are doing like tournaments or something. They need to have their controller exactly to how they want to play or whatever, so they can do better in a tournament. But other than that, I don't see why the average person would just buy this. It doesn't make any sense to me. But there you go. Sony is full of crap to charge $130 more for paint scheme and back buttons. Yeah, it seems utterly ridiculous to me, but people are seem like there's a market for it. I don't know. I know Xbox has a more expensive controller, but I think theirs is like $150 for their Elite controller. So I don't know. Apparently, Sony thinks they can get people to buy the $200 controller, but I don't know. I think the average person is gonna say this is just dumb, but I don't know. This guy says $200. You know how many cheeseburgers I can buy? No chance. You can buy a lot of stuff for $200. Just get a Switch Lite for the same price. That's what I'm talking about. You can literally get the Switch Lite. I mean, it's not as great as the Switch, but it's the Switch Lite. You can get a whole console for $200. It's like, especially if it was around Black Friday Day, you can probably get the console and the game with it for the price of one controller, which is kind of crazy. So I don't know. $200 for a controller. This guy just laughing at that thought. The controller better vibrate my balls like a god for $200. Okay, then. Controller does look absolutely insane, but so does the price. That is so ridiculous. I mean, who would ever buy such a thing? $200 for a controller? Wow, nothing says advertisement about a self-restrictive company like gameplay capture on PC. I mean, I guess that's a selling point. You can use it on PC as well too. So I don't know. Why the F? Why isn't this the default controller now? You need to pay more for it. I mean, yeah, you would think $70 is a lot for a controller, but apparently that's not. That's chump change apparently, because I thought $70 was a lot for a controller, but you know they got these $200 controllers out here now, so that's like, why? I don't know. $200. That's why everything but exclusives go on Xbox. Okay. PS5 has 2 controllers and 0 games. So let's see. A $500 console, $200 controllers, $120 PlayStation Plus Premium, $7 games. Did I miss anything for the best possible PS5 experience? It's definitely getting pricey on the PlayStation side. Jeez. $200 all to simply press an A button. Switch Lite costs $10 more than this, by the way. Just get a whole console at this point. $200 is probably the most reasonably priced thing they could have released since the launch of the PS5. I'm a pro controller. It's a pro controller. I don't know what everyone expected the price to be. Okay. Best controller ever made, as you were. You know, it's kind of shocking to me. A lot of these Sony fanboys are probably going to buy the controller for $200 because they think it's going to make. I don't know. They think it's going to make them better at video games. I don't know, but I don't think these guys are even like these like pro players. Like they're just going to buy it because Sony is making it. Sony is bringing it, put it out there because it's kind of ridiculous to pay $200 for a controller. But you know, Sony diehards are going to buy whatever Sony makes at this point. $200, that's like almost half the amount of a PS5, right? I will wait for a sale or something. Yeah. Sony are taking a piss out of you. And what if this controller has the whole joystick drift issue? Like that's the notorious from my original PS5 controller having the same issue. Was like the controller stopped working out for a while. What if this nonsense? What if they didn't fix it? Hopefully they fixed it with this new controller. Like they surely would not release a $200 controller. They didn't fix that stick drift nonsense, whatever. So it's kind of crazy that they released this and it still has like people reporting it still has that stick drift issue. Like this is just like why at that point. So. This guy says only $200 for the best Pro controller on the market, a full $50 cheaper than the top tier SCUF controller. Best believe I'm there day one. Good S Sony, let's go. Okay. Nintendo fans are calling this ridiculous. You do realize you have to pay $80 for new Joy-Cons. You have to be pretty goofy to pay that amount for this. Okay. I can't wait for people to try it. I can't wait for people to try to tell you that this is generally worth $200. You know they're gonna exist. Yeah, why you just spend an extra $130 on a controller? I don't know. I mean, so there is when you look at we read in the comments, there's a market of people who want to buy this. So I guess I just don't get it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna include it right here. So like there is people who do want to buy it for this price point, but I have no use. I was like I'm just fine with the standard controller, to be honest. I'm not doing like no MLG type stuff, so I think the regular controller is gonna be doing just fine for me. But if you do want a $200 controller with all these features, Sony has you covered, so here you go. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like for like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.